That time of day. What's up? They're shutting my door on me. Look at that. How you doing? Good to see you here today, my friend Rashawn. My brother from another mother. All right. Hey, do you know why Matthew McConaughey never turns left in the Lincoln commercials? All right, all right, all right. He always goes right. Do you know why Matthew McConaughey always says that? Do you even know who Matthew McConaughey is? Of course you do. The reason that Matthew McConaughey says, all right, all right, all right, that's like his trademark, right? He probably has it trademarked. But the reason he does it is that was the first 3 words that he ever said in front of a camera. Dazed and Confused was the very first movie that Matthew had ever been in. And that scene was the very first shot. And so he's sitting in the car and the director says, hey, this is what we're going to do. Are you ready, Matthew? And he says, all right, all right, all right. Time to get going, right? Good. Hey, got a question for you. What's worse? What's more evil? Cash or credit? Cash or credit? Let me get out my credit cards here. You always got to have your props. My good friend Clint Arthur, the master celebrity maker, the master getting you on TV. Clint Arthur. If you ever want to get on TV, look up Clint Arthur. He's the man. He just did his 90th TV appearance. 90 TV appearances without having a show. Now, I've done lots and lots of TV appearances, but I have a show. So he's kicking my butt on those, right? But he's the one that taught me how to do TV. So Clint Arthur, if you ever want to get on TV, you want to be a celebrity, Clint Arthur's the man. All right. What's worse? What's more evil? Cash or credit? I've been seeing lately, and I don't know why, I've been seeing these stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, it's probably not the right thing to say. I've been seeing these comments online, and it was like, what would you rather have? $1 million in cash or $2 million in Bitcoin? What would you rather have? A $100,000 car or $100,000 in cash? Come on, man. It's really not that difficult. Why are you even posting that crap? Well, I guess they could say the same thing about me. Why am I posting what's more evil? Cash or credit? What's more evil? What do you guys think? What do you think is more evil? Cashola, credit cards. And by the way, we're going to announce the 5 winners of the silver giveaway here later on. Jason's calculating them up. So we got some silver here. I just went to the silver store today, got $6,100 worth of silver to give away. But if you want to win some silver, share the video if you think it's good content. Tag a friend that's never saw the video before. Hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. And we will give you some silver coins. We'll send them to you. All right. So we'll announce the 5 winners here a little bit later. But what do you think? Give me an idea. What's worse? What is more evil? Cash? Credit? What would you rather have? Cash or credit? Come on. It wasn't blasting. It was just going a little bit, right? Now I'm blasting. Well, I'm not really blasting. What would you rather have? Michelle's been hanging out with Brad Lee too much. She says both, right? It's funny. You ask Brad Lee what he'd want, he wants both. What would you rather have? Cash? Credit? How about if you had a choice? You could pay with cash or you could pay with credit. What would you rather do? Let's ask that one. Would you rather pay with cash or would you rather pay with credit? I'm giving you some time here to think about it. That's a big decision. Would you rather pay with cash or pay with credit card? Credit. Okay, a couple of you are saying credit. Anybody there would rather pay with cash? Anybody there? My Dave Ramsey followers. Uncle Dave's peeps. Would you rather pay with cash or would you rather pay with credit card? Cash. David Hyde. Cool. David, why would you rather pay with cash? All right, why would you rather pay with cash? Just a question. And there's no wrong answer here. You know, I'm not going to ridicule you. I'd never do anything like that. I just want to know, you know, what is there a reason I'd rather have a sugar mama? Yeah, pay with credit, but not more than your cash flow. Got my husband watching. That's cool. It's much better than cash. Credit is better. You can negotiate with cash. All right, maybe you can. No payments. Okay, I like that. And that's okay to pay cash, especially if you're afraid you're not going to pay off the credit card. Not saying that was him, but, you know, I say that. If you're not paying off your credit cards in full every month, get rid of the credit card, as in put it in a drawer, right? And stop using it. If you're not paying it off in full, you don't need to be financing your Taco Bell, your Burger King, your Popeyes chicken, your Chick-fil-A, your KFC. You don't need to be financing that for the next 22 years. Pay cash. It's better if you can pay credit and then pay off the credit card with cash. But always select credit if you have a choice. And here's why. You get points. I get anywhere from 1 to 10% points when I use this boy. On my Chase card, which this card here, the numbers actually show, but the Chase Freedom card, I get 5% cash back on that baby. So when I go into Amazon to buy something for my dogs, it says, do you want to pay with your credit, or do you want to redeem your points? Michelle did that last night. She redeemed like 250 points. That's free money, man. 250 bucks. I have to make $500 to earn 250. I have to earn $500 to have 250. So with this stack here, this is 10 grand. In order for me to have this 10 grand, I got to make 20. How is that possible? So in order to have one, I got to make two. Taxes, Social Security, workman's comp, unemployment insurance, Medicaid, all that BS. If I'm going to have one, I got to make two. Right? So for saving 250 bucks, it might not seem like a lot. But if you're like me and most Americans, you pay taxes, so you got to make double. Right? And then it costs you because now that's double the amount of work, double the amount of time of driving your car to work, double amount of food. You see where I'm going with this? It's not just 250 bucks. Maybe it's 500 bucks. Now, can you negotiate better with cash? I'm going to debunk that myth. Unless you're buying drugs or you're buying something that from like a private party maybe, you don't have an advantage if you pay with cash. You have a lot more wiggle room if you pay with credit. So I'm not saying whoever said that was wrong, but it's not always the case. And what I say all the time is it depends. It depends. If you're going to go down and buy a car, I will put stacks of these on it. That if you and I go down to buy a car and you're paying cash and I'm paying with credit, I will put money on it. I will wager I will get a better deal on the same exact car if I pay with credit every single time if we go to a dealership. Now, if you're buying off Craigslist from some guy, that's completely different. But if you go to a dealership, I guarantee I would get a better deal than you would if you're paying with cash and I'm paying with credit. Every single time. Every time. A few months ago, I was in Tampa, Florida, and we went to a restaurant, and the guy, our driver that we had that night, he drives a Rolls-Royce Ghost. And we were talking about that. And I don't know if you caught that Facebook Live video, but he was saying, man, I pay cash for everything. I'm like, well, that's probably not good. You're throwing away cash. You're throwing away points. You're throwing away leverage when you pay cash. And that's what he said. How is that? How is that possible? The reason that you always get a better deal if you finance a vehicle versus paying cash is the dealership gets paid the spread, anywhere from 1% to 5%. Think about that. 1% to 5%. So if you bought a $20,000 car, that dealership is going to get 1% to 5%. Now, what's 5%? It's $1,000. 1% is $200, but usually they get a set amount. Normally it's like $500. Any car dealership guys on here right now, tell me I'm wrong, right? Tell everybody else I'm right. The dealerships make more money when you finance it with their vendors, their banks. They get a commission. They get a commission from that bank for pushing you to their bank. That's why you can negotiate a better deal if you finance it, because they're going to make up the difference in the financing. Right? The dealership gets a spread. Thank you so much, Thomas. The dealership gets a spread. Now, is it just car dealerships? No. Lender points. What's the spread, Thomas? What is, I know the spread, it varies state by state, but generally is there a minimum dollar amount? I know when I send stuff to dealerships, I get $550. So if you come to me, I fix your credit, and I send you to Tobin, they send me $550, right? Just for sending you in. And then the bank will send them money. So what's an average? Do you know, Thomas, what the dollar amount is? Because I don't know what the dollar amount is. I know there's a spread, though. And I know there were some laws to limit how much that was, because it was getting pretty high for a while. And here's the other thing is, it's also not just 1% of the purchase price, but sometimes, let's say they put you in a 10% loan. And this is how bad credit hurts you and how it costs you. Let's say that you go in, you got bad credit, they put you in a 10% loan. I go in, I have good credit, and they put me in a 5% loan. There's a 5% difference. Guess who gets a kickback on that? A commission. The dealership. I've seen as much as 3%. Not 3% of the purchase price. 3%. So instead of the bank getting 10%, they're kicking back money to the dealership, a percentage of what the total interest is going to be, as long as the person makes payments for 6 months. Otherwise, they do what's called a clawback or a chargeback to the dealership. You make the points, right? Now, the points are limited. The government says this is how many points you get it. And the reason for these commissions is, think about it. The dealership has the product. The dealership has the buyers. The bank can't come and sit down in the dealership, have 100 banks at one dealership. And so the dealership gets rewarded for choosing the banks. Just like a mortgage broker, the more deals they submit to a particular bank, the more they get in kickbacks and commissions. My friend Ronnie Haskins owns Auto Search USA in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He loves to use Security Financial Credit Union. Security Financial Credit Union, I think that's what it is. Security Federal Credit Union. Loves to use them. And he tries to only use them, because the more he sends them, the more he gets on all the deals, and it gets backdated. Right? So what's worse? Cash, credit. What's more evil? Cash or credit? What do you guys think? What's more evil? What causes more problems? What causes more damages? What causes more divorces? What causes more suicides? Cash, credit. What causes more drug dependencies? What causes more bankruptcies? What's more evil? Cash or credit? Come on, car dealers aren't evil. You need them, right? Which is more evil? Cash or credit? I know I keep saying that, but I'm just asking. I want to know what you guys think. I want you to think about it. No wrong answer. Colin says cash. Okay, cool. Griff says not established credit seems to be evil that you don't know until you're about need credit, finance, home. Yeah, cool. As you can see, I shouldn't say never because that's not the right programming for up here. As you can see, at this current time in my life, I'm not very good at reading and speaking at the same time. And I got to work on that because I got a TV show coming up and we're going to be using a lot of teleprompting. Usually I go off the cuff, if you know what I mean. But I like to do bullet points on the teleprompter. I don't like David, who works for me, my executive vice president, he likes to write out everything, every single word, comma, period. Man, I got a bullet point. And I can talk on a bullet point for a long time. All right. What's worse? What's more evil? Cash, credit? A couple of you saying cash. A couple of you saying not building credit. Here's the thing. Neither cash or credit is evil. Neither cash or credit is evil.
Yes, you can talk a long time.
Yeah. Good. So you guys you're putting in the comments. That's awesome. Neither cash or credit is evil. It's like saying this is evil. This isn't evil. Now, could I do evil things with this? Yes. It's like saying, and I know some of you guys aren't going to like this, we reach into my little case. Is that evil? No. Can I do evil things with this? Of course I can. I can do evil things with this. Right? I can do some evil things with that. Right? What about this? Is that evil? Is that evil? No. My wife has a hammer in her office right now. Do you know hammers, according to the FBI, hammers kill more people than these do? What is this? Is that what you meant? What is this? This is the Glock 42. Glock 42, 380. Today I had some cash, went to the bank, and someone's like, are you worried about carrying that around? I'm like, nope. It'd be a bad day if you try robbing me in Vegas. Hammers kill more people than these do, according to the FBI. Is this evil? No. Not any more than this. These are just objects. Can you do evil with either one of these? Yeah. You can do a lot of evil with it. You can do a lot of bad things with one of these things too. You can do a lot of bad things with this. You can take this, hire someone with this, and you can do some evil. But this is not evil, and neither are these. It's what you do with them that could be evil. All right? So I really wanted you just to think about that, because a lot of people are anti-cash, they're anti-credit. Uncle Dave is anti-credit. He says debt is dumb. Anybody who says debt is dumb, except for Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave is smart. Do you know why Uncle Dave says debt's dumb? Do you know why? Do you guys know who Uncle Dave is? Give me a big fat thumbs up if you know who Uncle Dave is. Have me a little Chipotle, where the guac is always greener, but sometimes it's brown, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you get there and it's a little brown on top. Got a little too much oxygen. Thumbs up if you know who Uncle Dave is. Uncle Dave says all the time, debt is dumb. Debt is dumb. Anybody other than Dave that says debt is dumb is dumb. He's not like Ty Lopez. No. He said all debt is dumb. Consumer debt's dumb. Credit cards are dumb. Cash is king. In fact, I think that's on his show where cash is king. Something like cash is king and the new status symbol is paying off your cars or something like that. Here's the thing that people don't realize. Dave is a part owner. Let me back up because I want to make sure I say this correctly. Dave gets tens of millions of dollars a year from Churchill Mortgage. Churchill Mortgage. The story is, and the facts are, when Dave wanted to start his radio show 30 plus years ago, no one would give him any money except for this one dude. And he said, look, if I give you money for your show as an advertiser, I will be the only mortgage company you ever have on your radio show. And Dave signed away. Dave gets a percentage of every deal that goes through Churchill Mortgage. Every deal. So when Dave says, cut up your credit cards, you don't need credit, pay cash. What you don't realize is by him telling you that and your score goes down for millions of Americans who listen to him, score goes down, Dave's profit goes up. Because the lower your credit score, the higher the interest rate that his buddy at Churchill Mortgage can charge, and the higher the yield spread, and the more money they have flowing around. Now, who's dumb, right? Debt is not dumb. Consumer debt is dumb. Using one of these to buy Taco Bell, KFC, or whatever, and not paying off in full is dumb. That's dumb. Now, if you can't pay this off in full because you don't have the discipline, you don't have the ability, you want to blame it on your wife, you want to blame it on your kids, you want to blame it on your husband, then use this. But neither one of these are more evil, neither one of these are more good, neither one of these have any other issues. Both of them can be manipulators. Both of them can be monsters, cause people to do monstrous stuff. Both of them can help maximize your problems or maximize the solutions in your life. But I'm a firm believer that bad credit is a choice, and if you don't have good credit, you're paying a lot more money. According to Money Magazine, it's $350 a month. $350 a month, $4,200 a year. That is a lease payment on a BMW. A lease payment that you could write off to save you tax money. See, it's more than $350, right? It's $350 you're getting now for free because you got good credit. But then that allows you to lease a car, which you then can write it off, which now it just starts snowballing. And there's a book that Warren Buffett's got out right now called Snowball Effect, which I have, and I haven't started reading it yet. It's like that thick. I did download it the other day and got it on my phone. So maybe traveling next a few weeks. We're going out of the country here in a few weeks. We'll be able to listen to that. But neither cash or credit is dumb. Neither one was evil. It's just a tool. So I want to teach you how to increase your credit score. One of the things you got to do immediately is you got to get 3 of these. Not American Express, but you got to get 3 credit cards and have them open at all times. I had a lady call in today, and it's pretty rare to get through to me, but she was a little frustrated. She was frustrated with her son's credit repair process. He's going to law school to be an attorney, but mommy is still taking care of his bills. Mommy's still taking care of his responsibilities. And what she said was, I'm really upset because I talked to Hardy, and I told Hardy not to work on all that piddly stuff, the little stuff. Only work on the student loans. And Hardy said, we'd happily do that for you, ma'am. But your son's student loans are federal. And if your son would just make a payment, 9 payments to be exact, federal student loans will remove and reverse all of the late payments. So why would you pay us $100 per account to remove it when all your son has to do is make the payment and they'll remove it? So she called in today to tell me that she was not very happy that we charged her to delete all the little stuff that doesn't matter. So I asked her something. I said, if you go to the doctor and you had cancer, but you had a hangnail, and you go into the doctor and the doctor goes, ma'am, I know your toe's hurting you. I can see it's infected. I know it's painful. It's a hangnail, though. I can pull that out and we'll fix you right up. But ma'am, you have cancer. We need to work on this cancer. Would you say to the doctor, doctor, I don't care about my cancer. I don't care about these little things, these little cancer cells. I only want you to take care of this hangnail. And that's what she's saying to me. I only want you to take care of this little problem. And I want you to ignore the collections, the unpaid collections that we deleted his first month in with us. 9 of them, to be exact. Gone. Deleted. Forever. With no payment. And so I explained that to her in that language. And she goes, well, yeah, but he still got the late payments. I said, man, if he just would make a payment on the student loans, their rehabilitation program fixes it. I said, here's the other problem. I'm looking at your son's credit report. Here's the other problem. Your son has 3 credit cards. 3, one of which is completely maxed out. What happens to your credit score when you max out a credit card? What happens to your credit score? Give me a love if you think the credit score goes up if you max out a credit card. Give me some hate emojis if you think your score goes down when you max that baby out. Right? You got some cry emojis. You got some people that think your score goes up when you max it out. No. Your score goes down when you max out a credit card. So here's what happened with him. He's got 3 credit cards, which is the right thing to do. He had one of them completely maxed out. The other 2, he wasn't using them. How many credit cards do you have that you use every single day? Or I should say, how many credit cards do you have that you use every single month? Because remember, in order to have great credit, you have to have 3 credit cards, and you have to use them every month. Every month. They have to be used. If you don't use your credit cards, and you go 90 days without using them, FICO, the Fair Isaac Company, is going to kick that card out of the algorithm, and now they're going to ignore it, which makes your credit utilization rate even worse, because now it looks like you only got 2 credit cards, and maybe you didn't use this one either. So now it looks like you have 1 credit card, and it's maxed out. It's bad. The banks don't like that. That's scary to the banks. So FICO will punish you. And that's what I was telling her. Because she was like, well, yeah, you deleted the collections, but his score didn't change. I said his score didn't change because he maxed out his credit cards. When he hired us a month ago with the 9 collections that we deleted, his credit cards were not maxed out. And now the credit card's maxed out. So yeah, maybe we increased his credit score by 200 points by deleting the collections, but the fact that he maxed out the credit card just could have cost me 200 points. All right? So if you want great credit, 3 credit cards, use them every month, pay them off in full every month. Now, how do you use all of your credit cards? Honey, you say you got Amex, Citibank, and Chase. That is cool. How do you use all 3 credit cards if you don't want to go in debt? Here's what you do. Got Netflix? Of course you do. Hulu, Roku, Amazon, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T. Maybe you're with, what's that other company? Metro PCS. I don't know if they take credit cards or not. But you got those accounts, right? You got a gas bill, electric bill, water bill, sewer bill, internet bill, car insurance bill, gas bill for your car, food bill. You got all these bills, right? And you pay them every month, right? Hopefully you're not paying with the credit card and then financing it. But you're paying with a debit card, which you should never do. Maybe you're paying cash, which you shouldn't do because you pay more if you pay with cash. But you put your bills on these credit cards. And then you set the credit cards to be set to pay in full automatically on the due date. Now, I know that's scary. If you're paycheck to paycheck, 76% of working Americans are paycheck to paycheck. I know that's scary. To automatically have someone pull money out of your bank account. You got to prepare, plan for it. You got to prepare for it. But is your Netflix bill, your $9.99 going up to $10.99, is that seriously going to bankrupt you? Are you going to overdraft on Netflix if you set it up so it automatically, your credit card's automatically paid off in full for that $10.99 every month? Is that going to overdraft you? If it is, you need to cancel Netflix, my friend. If that Netflix, if you cannot afford to pay it off in full every month, you don't have any reason to be sitting at home on your ass watching Netflix. You need to go get another job, or you need to increase your income by maybe creating a business. I know you need some downtime. I know. I love my Netflix just like everybody else. That is cool, honey. That is cool. You have no debt. That's awesome. Good job. I know you got to have some downtime. I know can't work all the time. But if you're in debt, you shouldn't have a Netflix account. You shouldn't have a Hulu account. That's my opinion. Just what Honey said. If you're in debt, you ain't got time to watch TV. I know there's some people, you ain't going to like that. You ain't going to like that at all. But if you're in debt, if you're not paying off your credit cards every month, you don't have time to sit on the couch, eating potato chips, drinking Coke, watching TV. You need to go get up off your ass and start a business or get another job. Plain and simple. If you want to get out of that situation. Now, if you want to stay in the same situation, fine. You know, pigs love rolling around in shit. They love it. That's why I say never argue with a stupid person or a fool, because they're like arguing with a pig. When it's all said and done, you're all both covered in shit and the pig likes it. Right? So don't ever have an argument with a fool. But if you want great credit, you got to get 3 credit cards. Chase, American Express, Discover, whatever you want. I don't care. This is a business card. If you look here, that's a Fortress business card. You can get one of these once you have a business, and it can be a brand new business. All right. But to recap, there's no such thing as evil credit cards or evil cash. Neither one's better than the other. I do personally believe credit's the way to go because you can use other people's money for that 30 days. And if you want to get wealthy, not rich, if you want to get wealthy, wealthy is different than rich. I don't know if you know that. Rich, you can lose rich. Nicolas Cage, for example. Johnny Depp. I can go on and on. Let me think of some other ones that filed bankruptcy. The rapper. I can't think of his name right now. But you know what I'm talking about. These celebrities that are rich that go through bankruptcy. 50 Cent. Right? So, money's not the root of evil. All evil. The love of money, right? MC Hammer, that's right, MC Hammer. You know, we met his son in in September, I was on stage with Grant Cardone. We were staying at the Ritz-Carlton, and his son was there because MC Hammer had a concert. That's when I met a billionaire that night, too. But we met MC Hammer's son. He was a pretty cool guy. But here's the thing. There's no such thing as bad, evil credit. You know, it's evil because it's a credit card. It's evil because it's cash. There's no such thing. It is what it is. And all money does is that it exposes the true identity and the true character traits of people. There are a lot of people that are poor, that are mean, bitter people. A lot of people that are rich, mean and bitter. It ain't the money. If you want to have good credit, get 3 credit cards. Use them every single month. All right? That's what you got to do. Now, Jason, throw up those winners for me, would you? Let's see who those winners were. Let's see who the winners are. Won some silver by sharing the video, tagging a friend, hashtagging Fortress Credit Pro. You do those three things. Jason's going to put you in a little spinning thing, and then we got winners. We got Larry Knopp, Brent Hall, Deb Ballinger, Zach Gidry, and Andrew Delgado. Cool. Jason will get in touch with you, 5 people, and you're going to get some silver. If you want a chance of winning some silver tomorrow, share the video, tag a friend, hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. And then real quick, Michelle brought these in. I want to share something with you. All right? And then I'll answer some questions if you guys got some. The one question, am I going to be at 10X? Yeah, I'm going to be there. Haven't bought any tickets yet. I'll be honest with you. By the way, that is a term that is not allowed to be said on my sales floor. Is it okay if I be honest with you? My sales guys, the credit consultants, they can't say that. If I hear them say that, I'm going to punch them upside the head. Right? And if they're a girl, well, I'll have Michelle do it. Just kidding. Am I going to go to 10X? Yes, I will be there. Haven't bought my ticket yet, but I got a VIP ticket coming my way. Let me show you what we got hanging up in the office here. Got one of those. Who's got my money? Isn't that cool? What are my thoughts on cryptocurrency? I don't understand it. I wouldn't invest a dime in it. Not saying you shouldn't. I only invest in things I understand. I'm all in on my business, so all my money right now goes in business, guns, gold, and exotic cars and apartment complexes. Coffee is for closers only. And we'll go over here. There's my 10X. We just hung these today. Grant actually sent these to me for Christmas. And then Hardy got me some frames. Whatever it takes. All Grant's people. All right. So what do I think about crypto technology, man? I think if you got in 10 years ago, it'd be cool. Maybe. I don't know. I don't do it because I don't understand it. If you are going to do it, I think you're speculating, you're gambling, and I'm not much of a gambler. I like to play poker, but I don't play blackjack. I don't gamble. I don't play slots. I play Texas Hold'em poker, where, oh, Michelle's got, hey, these are Grant Cardone people. You can show them. Come over here and show them. If you can see that. Don't be a little bitch. That one's going to Michelle's office. Some socks to say that on them, too. But I will be at Cardone's. Got me a VIP ticket coming. Want to share something with you. This company right here. People always ask, how did you get where you are? You know, I was reading yesterday. I read every day. I read 10 pages a day about a distant cousin of mine that was a slave till he was age 21. And this distant cousin of mine, it was actually his mother was the cousin. So he'd be a cousin too, right? Because his mom was a cousin. But he had 1 year of schooling. He was a slave until he was 21 years old. and he became one of the greatest men of all times. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Cousin of mine, distant cousin. 1 year of education, just it, 1 year. 1 year. And then he was a slave up until 21 years old when he left. He finally got, the law was he was a slave until he was 21 years old. Got away. That would be Abraham Lincoln, if you didn't know who I was talking about. I bet you didn't know that. Do you know Abraham Lincoln was a slave until he was 21? And he only went, his dad wouldn't let him go to school. His dad made him work. His dad rented him out, kept the wages, and he had to do hard labor, which is one of the reasons that Abe hated slavery, is because he was a slave. Finally turned 21 years old. The government said, hey, you can now move out, do your own thing. He immediately left, but he couldn't go to school, so he had to self-educate. And people ask me, how did you go from being a broke kid, grew up with no running water, no electricity? Do you know I never had a toothbrush until I was 15 years old? Never went to the doctor, never went to the dentist. This is not a pity party, by the way. If you look at that hand, if you look at this knuckle, my ring finger knuckle, you see how it's almost the same size as the other one? That's because when I was 13 years old, on my birthday, we were up in the mountains up by Canada in a tent in the winter, and I was carrying a stack of firewood for our tent to stay warm, and a horse kicked me, and it crushed my hand. I then got gangrene in my feet. Never went to the doctor. But how did I go from no running water, no electricity, being poor, to where I'm at today? And it's really by self-education, just like my cousin Abraham Lincoln did. He taught himself. And one of the things that I use is this. Can you see that? I know it's probably backwards on your screen, simplyaudiobooks.com. I don't get a commission if you go there. There's no referral link. But simplyaudiobooks.com, I get 2 books a week. And I load them in my computer, and then I put them in iTunes, and I put them in my phone. And then I have these wireless headsets. I'll show you right here. I know this sounds crazy. This isn't really credit related per se, but it's financial, right? I got these bad boys right here. Bluetooth. Waterproof. I wear them in the sauna, wear them in the pool. I actually can sleep with them. I turn them on. They're Bluetooth. Simplyaudiobooks.com. Thanks for sharing that. Turn them on, and I go to sleep. And I listen to books all night long. I told Grant in September when I was having dinner with him, I said, hey, I don't know if you know this or not. And I said this to Elena too. I said, Elena, I actually go to bed every night with Grant. She's like, what? I said, I take Grant to bed with me every night. People like Grant. Abraham Lincoln. Books about Abraham. John Maxwell's, right? And I listen to books. And I don't know what they're saying, but I'm programming my subconscious, and it picks up on everything because I'm asleep. My conscious mind's asleep, but my subconscious mind is awake. David, you said, does it actually work? Let me ask you a question. Could you hum along the jingle to the Brady Bunch? There's a story. What? There's a story of a man named Brady, right? Could you hum along? If you heard the jingle, would you know what song it's from? If you heard the McDonald's jingle, would you hear it, right? See you later, Joel. If you heard the Gilligan's Island jingle, would you know that it was a Gilligan's Island jingle? Of course you would. Did you sit down and think, man, when I'm 40, I'm going to sit down as a teenager, I'm going to memorize this song, and when I'm 40, I'm going to hear it someday, and I'm going to know what it is? No. How did you pick it up? It's because your subconscious mind is constantly recording everything. So when you listen to books, when you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is picking up on it. Not too long ago, I had a deal that I was trying to close. And I did this close. And I said it, and I was like, holy shit, where did that come from? Like, literally. I had no idea where it came from. And then we were flying back from this deal, and I was listening to Cardone again. I'm like, that's what I said. That's where it came from. It was from listening to the Closer's Guide. So Grant's got a book about all these closes. And I listened to him all the time, and so that's what it was. I subconsciously, boom, the situation appeared. I did the close, knocked the deal out of the park, all from listening to these things, listen to books at night. So if you don't have time, get some of these and listen to them at night. Get them when you're driving, working out, cooking. You know, I wake up in the morning, I read 10 pages of my Abraham Lincoln book. I have several that my wife's bought me. But I read Abraham Lincoln for 10 pages every morning. I listen to podcasts before I ever turn my phone on to check emails. Right? I learned that through, I think it was Ed Milet. No, it was Tony Robbins. I think it was Tony. For the first hour and the last hour, don't turn the phone on. Or you turn it off at night, right? And you listen to it. It's first hour is yours, the last hour is yours. Any credit questions before I get off of here? Any credit questions before I disconnect today? It's been great. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something today. Hope it was worthwhile. If you'd like to win some silver, share the video, tag a friend, hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. The Ant and the Elephant. It's a great book. I think you mean, Stephanie, feed the elephant. Not feed the ant. Feed the elephant. You always want to feed your elephant. Diapolis. Dude, I love 7K metals, baby. Loving it. I love the fact that I can buy silver and gold at cost with no commissions. Thanks so much for sharing that secret with me. Where do you get in touch with the office? 1-800-475-7267. 1-800-475-7267 or fortresscreditpro.com. We'll get you there. Jason will post that in there. Who won yesterday? It's on there a little bit above there. How important is credit? Corey. Credit. Your credit score is the most important 3 numbers in your life. Plain and simple. Corey, is that? I can't see. Yeah, that's a dude. Corey, are you married? You got a girlfriend? You married, Corey? Got a girlfriend? You want a wife? There's the phone number. I don't know if you're still on, Corey, but are you married? You got a girlfriend? You want a wife? 21. Do you want a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? I know I'm asking all these personal questions. You got to be careful with me, man. I'm just going to flat out ask you, but I'm never going to embarrass you. No. No girlfriend, no married, but do you want a girlfriend? At some point. Maybe right now you're building your empire. You don't have time for women. But at some point, do you want a serious relationship? A beautiful person to be by your side? Oh, you do have a girlfriend. Okay, cool. I know you guys you've heard of Match.com, eHarmony, FarmersOnly.com. What I'm getting at with this is women recently in a study said they would rather have a man with good credit than a good-looking man or a funny man. So someone asked, how important is your credit? Well, women, eligible women who are looking for a man, say credit is more important than looks or humor. That's how important credit is. So when you go, if you guys are single on here, the women, same thing. I said this a few weeks ago. If your man has bad credit and he dumped those credit cards, he dumped that obligation, he got his big screen TV, he got his Xbox, got his PlayStation, got his BMW, and then when he got tired of paying it, got tired of the responsibility, he just forgot about it. What's going to happen when he gets tired of you? Because you get too many dimples. Maybe your left index toe gets a little bit bigger than your other toe. And he doesn't like you anymore. He's going to dump you. He dumped the credit cards. He's probably going to dump you too. And women know this. Men who have good credit are more responsible, more reliable, and a better catch than a dude with bad credit. And yes, eHarmony, Match.com, they're asking for credit scores and credit reports now. Good credit is more important to most women, or the women that were asked, than looks or humor. And you know that they've always said that humor is more important than looks for most women. Well, now it's good credit. Same thing for men. I tell people all the time, dude, I had my friend Reno. He had this girl, I said, pull her credit. She won't let me. I'm like, then don't date her. So if she won't do it, something's wrong. Sure enough, there was something wrong with her. He didn't listen to me because he was thinking with something else. So he hooked up with her for a while, and he regrets it now because she was crazy. Credit's important. You can see how crazy someone is by their credit score. I'm not saying that all people with bad credit are crazy, but you know what I'm saying. Any other questions? I didn't see any. Thankfully, good credit, good looks, and humor with me. You know, I have the perfect face for radio. The perfect face for radio. And now, TV. Tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Hey, Hardy? Yes, we find out tomorrow on that TV deal? Yes, I do. Tomorrow. 44.2 million viewers. And my show goes up Thursday. Get on it, Jason. I know you got to edit those shows. Well-rounded. That's right. Unfortunately, I got sick for the last 2 months. I got a little round somewhere else too, but I'm getting on it. All right, any other questions, guys? I got to get going. It's just been going a little bit longer than I thought. Complete fiction. What's complete fiction? I don't know what that means, complete fiction. I don't know. Already done deal with Rondi. Cool. Renata, you have some silver coming your way. I don't know if you got your silver coin. When you get it, though, share it with us. We want to see it. Good to see you, Bruce. Bruce and I have done a lot of business together. I kind of look like Dave Ramsey. Well, thank you, I think. Now, Dave's good. Dave's a good guy. He's a very smart guy. I just don't like his message. I understand I'm fiction. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Elephant. That's right. I know. I know you knew that, Stephanie. I only said that because I wanted other people to see it as well. Dave's a very smart guy. I don't like his message. His message really is for lazy people. All right. And what I mean by that, his message is for people that don't want to take the time to make a budget, to pay their bills on time, that they just cut up their credit cards. They're taking the easy way out. Anything that Dave says about credit, just do the opposite, and you'll be all okay. As far as the money thing, I don't care. He's helping people get out of debt. That's cool. I believe that you shouldn't have consumer debt. You should only have debt that puts money in your pocket, period. If it ain't putting money in your pocket, or if it's not being used for something to put money in your pocket, then don't go into debt for it. Should you use a credit card to build a business? Sure. Should you get a loan to get a car to make money? Sure. Should you get a loan to buy an apartment complex? Sure. I do know fractional banking. Crazy is what it is. I know Bruce, and Bruce is a very, very talented professional mortgage broker. And Bruce will tell you, if you got bad credit, you're going to pay more if you can get the loan in the first place. And the worse your credit is, the more they charge you, and the more Uncle Dave makes, depending on his yield spread. All right, I don't see any questions here, so I'm going to take off. Recap, 3 credit cards at all times. Cash is not more evil, more better, more gooder than credit. I know you're not supposed to say gooder, but I did it anyway. And what times is the best way to pay cash? I'm not sure what that means. But here's the thing. I got to go. Appreciate you. If you like the video, share it with a friend. Maybe you can win some silver tomorrow. Look above and in the comments, you'll see the silver rules for the giveaway. Hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. Share it with the friend. Tag them. All right, I'm going to take off. Like my good friend Grant says, be great.